Hello all, I hope everyone is doing well. I'm back again for another message. I'm just going to let it flow out because it's pretty deep. And, people try not to look at me as the avatar doing it, but the spirit through me just letting it flow because it's gonna trip you out if you're at the length to receive it. So those of us that have followed or are following Dr. Joe Dispenza's material, which he's a huge blessing, just like everybody else in the world, right? Everyone is showing us the roadmap of how to overcome ourselves, our beliefs, and so forth. Not any one teacher is going to show you, right? The reason why you keep hearing, and the ancients used to say, search and you will find, is because everything that you're searching for is literally meant for you. So it doesn't matter where you're looking, everything is happening for you. So you cannot deviate from anything. Does that make sense? It's so whacked. So anyhow, I'll try to stick to the thing. These thoughts are still coming. It's freaky, dude. So Dr. Joe Dispenza always talks about after his meditations, sometimes whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, he has a lot of different meditations. At the end of it, a lot of times you don't feel apart from whatever it is that you're manifesting, right? Whatever that be, whether car, money, house, marriage, children, whatever it is. At that moment, he's saying the reason why you don't feel apart from it is because you're feeling wholehearted. You're feeling it from your heart, that you're not separate from it, which is true. Let me explain what he means by that. I've never heard him talk about it, but this is what I've been shared, right? Up here. So when you're wholehearted, that means you're subjectively seeing and feeling yourself in everyone and everything as oneness, but you just don't realize it because it's here, not here. What you're feeling here as wholehearted is just from that one thing that you're trying to manifest. But when you're wholehearted and you're feeling that, right, after a special meditation, after a certain, permission slip of ayahuasca or a mushroom trip, whatever it may be, you're feeling it for the moment. And all of a sudden, you got to keep yourself grounded, but all of a sudden, you start throughout your day, you get on the highway, someone cuts you off and you flick them off, right? So then you just disconnected from that wholeheartedness because now you're seeing separation. You're judging that individual. So what's happening, this is where it gets crazy. What's happening at its deepest source is when you're feeling a wholeheartedness, you are owning up to all the traits that you were avoiding before through judgment. When you judge someone for any reason, being heavy, doing this, being an alcoholic, being an addict, being a murderer, you're disowning traits that you have in you. You're disowning those traits. We all have the same traits because we have all the same attributes from source, God, energy, whatever. So when you're disowning those traits, that's when the judgment comes up. But if you stop and go within and think, when did I portray these traits to someone else? And really think about it, it's gonna come to you, I promise. And when it does, you've just owned up to those traits. You will never judge another person for that particular trait again. And you're clipping those one by one. That's what it means to feel wholehearted. You're owning all the traits because everyone's on their own individual journey, which is why their pain is your healing. Because as you heal the traits in you, you're healing it in everyone else in your reality. I'll leave it at that because if I go anymore, it'll get just so deep, I'll really lose you. But I felt it was very important for people to understand that. Because once you're aware of these things where the human brain can understand the paradoxical beliefs and how it works, you have a much more clearer intention behind it. Because once you know this stuff, you can never unknow. So anyways, I know this is going to help whoever it's meant to help. It's none of my business what and who sees this video because we're never, ever in charge ever, because everything is literally run by Spirit, which is why Emmanuel, aka Jesus, said, as you believe it in your heart, so shall it be done unto you. It's always doing it unto us. We're never doing it unto ourselves. I'll say it again, your only true free will is what you get to believe in every facet of your life. And until you're strong enough to know that there's no power outside of your I am, which is source itself, you're going to be part of the collective loop. But once you discover and come to self-realization, and I promise you, you will, because the roadmap is there, and everything that you search for is meant for you to find. Just keep going, keep pushing, enjoy the journey, and thank you for choosing your path. It's been one hell of a ride. Love you. Love, light, and peace.